My name is John Mittelman. I am a plaintiff's trial lawyer. I've been practicing in California for just under 32 years. I specialize in medical malpractice and major personal injuries. William has multiple sclerosis, or MS, and he is, at this point, and when he called me, a spastic quadriplegic. He had lost the use of all of his 4 limbs. So he was in a wheelchair being transported from his skilled nursing facility to home about 45 miles away. And the bus driver on the return trip didn't put the hydraulic lift where it should have been. And when he rolled out of the bus to get lowered to the parking lot surface, there was no lift gate there, and he fell about 4 feet. His chair is about 300 pounds, and he was trapped under the chair between the chair and the asphalt. And he was treated for and had received fractures in about 9 of the bones of his 2 feet. I knew right away that the defense would argue that because he was quadriplegic, he experienced pain in a way that's different than the rest of us, and that even though he had fractured 9 bones in his feet, that he didn't suffer as much as you or I might. And I welcome that approach because I think it completely overlooks the reality of what happened to this man. As a quadriplegic, basically living in a skilled nursing facility because his family can't take care of him, he had very little that his disease left for him. The one thing that he was left with was taken away from him. He had no mobility. He couldn't get up. He couldn't move in a regular wheelchair. He was unable to visit his wife and his home. And he was basically trapped. So my goal in contacting DK Global was to put together a settlement video that would communicate the real nuts and bolts of what this case was about. And after a half a day of mediating down in San Diego, we were able to resolve the case for $225,000. which translates into about 350 times the amount of the medical specials. And that is an almost unheard of result. We're very happy with how this case turned out. This case was completely about the human damages that my client suffered. And the human damages continue to this day. I first met one of the partners at DK Global. I met him at the traumatic brain injury seminar in San Diego back in 2017. And I had known of DK Global. I didn't have any experience with them. So once I discussed this case with Alex and he understood what I was telling him, I think he moved heaven and earth to get this project done in a timely fashion and at a price point that made sense. But there's no doubt in my mind that without the product, without the settlement video, without the presentation that was put together by DK Global, this case never would have settled. So for that reason, both my client and I and his wife are very grateful to the amazing job that was done, and you can rest assured I'll be using DK Global again in the future.